think it's safe to rest here now.
We finally made it.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong. Huh.
Huh?
Kisar.
Right!
choice! You're
Let
mine!
the marksman handle
Sword
this.
Rain Alpha!
Reload!
Sword Rain Alpha! Come and face me! Sword Rain Alpha!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
It's over! Here I come!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
I'm ready! I'm not done! I'm on it!
This one's mine.
Just getting started! Moon long! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
This could be useful.
Think we could take that one?
Well, if you're up for being the decoy.
No thanks. Let's turn back.
Get lost!
You're mine! You're finished!
You're
You're mine!
Feel!
Be still!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
Healing circle!
Lewis!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shining
You're
super
mine!
Raging
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here. Thrust it.
No choice! Take this!
It's time.
Not in your dreams! Are those guards even natural? Will this help?
You're mine!
Go for the weak point!
Its armor's too strong.
I'll take you all off! Be my guest!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well
My
done!
turn! Blue escape!
I'll tear you apart!
Sword Rain
Now I'm
Alpha!
in the groove!
My turn!
Prepare to be sealed, though. Now you see what I can do!
Perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Take this! Be
Raging
still!
storm!
Hurricane Strike! Blue escape! Blue Tornado!
I'll finish you here and now! Not my finest!
Stay away from my friend!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Dragon
I
Swarm!
never miss. Here goes.
Stop!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Wind astral energy. Here's a healing arm.
I'm not done!
Pay for that!
You're finished! Burn in hell!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
Take it!
Freeze blade.
Try this!
Here's a healing arm. In there with the others. First aid.
Okay, here I go!
Lightning orb. A banana.
Take this.
Let's go. I can't feel anything.
You'll pay for that!
Reload! I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Here I
Resuscitation!
go! Try harder!
Will this
Now! Take this! It's over!
Smart. Healing circle!
You're mine!
Seal!
Nothing gets by me.
Here's the evil!
Far enough!
Get on in there with the others!
Here we go!
You're mine!
I'll tear you apart!
Sword Rain out!
Raging storm! Healing circle! Here's the
What a relief! I'm just getting
Light
started!
astral energy!
It's on!
Downfall!
Explode!
Hold on!
In
Take
here!
this! Burn!
Now you see what I can do!
Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm!
Shining supernova!
What's this?
Here's a healing arc! Alright, it's
Let's tear him up!
I'm not done!
Seal! Annihilation! Mega ray! Raging cascade! Power of water! I can't feel anything! I'll bring
Take
you
this!
back from death's abyss!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Resuscitation!
Dragon Swarm! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I've still got some fight left in me.
Here, let me help.
First aid!
Burn up!
Do it! This works! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here.
This one's all mine!
First aid!
Now I can let loose! Explosive ring! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Try this! Explosive ring!
Hurricane!
Evil Bomb! So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Nope, that is silly.
Explosive ring!
Save you!
They're not playing around.
Here I come! Okay, here I go! Dragon Form! Try this! Explosive ring!
Now or never.
I'll be saving this one.
Leave the charge!
I'm on it!
Where are you going?
It's over!
I'm just getting
It's
started.
on!
Rip and tear!
Burn up!
You picked the wrong fight!
I can't heal you forever.
There you go.
Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done! Move around!
I was overconfident.
Take this! It's over! No escape!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now. I'll be
I hope
saving.
this medicine works as
Strike!
promised.
Raging first
Try
aid!
harder! My turn!
All right, it's showtime.
No escape!
Gemini onward.
Try this! Explosive ring!
Almost there.
Oh, close enough. Take it away, Lo.
I thought you'd never ask.
Hurricane thrust!
Raging cascade.
Now you see what I can do.
Hurricane thrust!
They're not playing around.
You're mine!
It's mega ray.
I won't
Dance in
lose.
the wind.
Not now, not ever.
I've let you all down.
My turn!
Photon
It's
blast.
on!
Take this.
By the power of water. More for the annihilation. Mega ray. Raging cascade.
I can't move!
Burning strike. This one's mine.
Where are you going?
Dance in the wind. There now.
I was overconfident.
This should do it!
In here. This'll come in handy.
Watch it.
Raging storm.
Go away.
I can't feel
A
anything.
new
Damn it.
Lunar Rondo!
Only I'd been more careful.
Freeze
You're
laser.
mine! It's over! Not a chance! I'm not... My turn! It's on! Eat this!
Annihilation.
Throbbing pain.
Hurricane thrust! First strike! You're mine! It's over!
Can't get out of this. Rip and tear. It's pinned down. Anything in armor is all
I'm
mine.
only getting started.
Dragon
Mega
Force!
ray.
I just do it. Shion.
Get toasty!
Bird strike. How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
Hey, anyone else think... Little help!
I'm not done!
Here comes! One last dance in the wind!
Be
Release!
still! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Form!
Get on
Dazzle!
fire
Here I come! You're finished!
again!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get the
Got it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Take it down! I'm only getting this kind of handy.
Not today!
Swallow
Here I
jam!
come! You're finished!
I lost my spark!
Sword Ring
Do it,
Alpha!
Sword!
All right, it's showtime!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds. I hate camping out.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away. Want something to munch on, Hoodle?
Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
Good.
Really now.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help. Oh? Yeah. Yeah. Why?
What?
Yeah. Got it. Great. I hate that woman.
She was a hand...
Well... Yeah. I don't think I'll ever quite warm up to her, but I can respect her passion for books.
That can't be. No.
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Uh-huh.
Oh?
Whoa!
Watch it! Hey!
Oh?
Huh? No way.
Hey!
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Right.
Excuse me! Well... Really?
Good.
What the? Seriously?
All right.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Think we could take that one?
Well, if you're up for being the decoy.
No thanks. Let's turn back.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Here I go.
Come on! Shattering pieces! Attack time! Now you see what I can do!
Dragon form! Aim for the weak spot! Explosive ray!
I'm impressed.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
I'm not the... You're finished!
I've let you all down.
Stay away from my friend! No escape!
Leave the chargers to me.
Burn in hell! You're mine! Dragon form! Take this!
Will this
You're
help?
finished!
Far enough.
Healing circle!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Lightning condemned!
All finish
Is this it?
Eat this! I'll bring you back from death to
Can't
this!
get out of this! Take this!
I'll bring you back from
I'll
death to
smash
this!
you!
Photon Splash! Art expert coming through! Don't mind if I do! Here, let me help!
Not done
Great
yet!
healing sword!
I'm not done!
Glacial Spear.
Here's evil! Go get him!
I'm on it!
Hurricane thrust!
Breeze Lancer!
Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Get on his
Take
head!
this! Tear!
Healing circle!
Okay, far enough.
Take this!
Thank you.
Now, all is freely!
Take it down.
There you go! Don't let up!
I'll tear you apart! That frickin' does it!
No! Can't end here!
Sleep now.
Eat this!
Healing
You're
circle!
done!
Do they not teach you to say thank you in dance? Not to
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm gonna
Here's a
need
healing
this!
arc!
You're prepared to be
this! Here I come!
No further!
Mine! Where are you going?
You're mine!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning condemned!
Dragon form!
Hurricane! Eagle's eye!
I'll heal you all!
Explosive ray!
What's this?
This one's all
Eagle's
mine!
eye!
Raging storm!
You picked the
They're
wrong
not
fight!
playing around!
Take this! I owe you one!
Raging storm! Here's a healing arc! First aid!
I can handle it.
Lightning orb!
Smash you!
It's about to
It's
strike!
over! Look sharp, everyone!
Dance in the wind! In here! Let's
Here we
get you
go
out of the
again.
way!
I'll watch it!
Photon Wherever that came from!
Not done yet!
Reload!
You'll pay for that!
In here!
Prepare to be
Let's get you out
sealed!
of the way!
You're mine! Try harder! Not a chance!
Raging storm!
Strike!
All
You're
right!
finished!
It's showtime!
Hurricane thrust!
Burning!
Tear!
Can't
be happening.
Thunderblade!
I'm gonna need more of that head.
Hit!
Lightning
One
thrust!
astrolite dance in the wind! In here!
Ah!
Let's get you out of the way!
I can feel the medicine working.
Dragon form!
On field! Not on my watch! Mega Ray!
Denied!
This one's all mine! Dragon swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Ha! Burn in hell!
Here's my astrolite dance in the wind! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! More for the top!
This should do it!
Alright, it's showtime!
this! It's over! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Lightning Thrust! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
It looks like you got this one covered. And that's my will. Flare Tornado. Lightning Orb. Raging Cascade.
Be still! Hurricane
I'm
Thrust!
almost impressed.
High praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Let's get you all the winner.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
More with it. The enemy is going all out.
Leave the charges to me!
In here.
Far enough!
No further!
Glacial
Get
Spear.
on in there with the evil. Hey.
Dragon Snap! Move! No, here comes the big one!
Not on my watch. Burning Strike.
Glacial
Is this
Spear.
it?
Hey, evil.
That did it!
Freeze Lancer. Steel.
It's weakened.
It's over! This ends now!
Lancer. Wind Astral Energy.
Explosive ring.
Raging Cascade. Searing Field. Reload. More for the stockpile.
Take this!
Ready to go.
It's over!
Watch them weak.
Tear!
Steel.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear!
I never miss.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! You're mine!
Toughest to swallow.
Lunar Rondo!
Wind Astral Energy.
You're mine!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
We should be able to cook here.
Aw, who's a good boy? Wait, why am I petting you?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there. Brace yourselves!
Anything in armor is all right.
Sword
Ready to go!
Raging Storm.
Dragon Swarm! Try this! Explosive Ring!
Reload.
Beast!
Lightning. Steel.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Artex
You're
recovery.
mine!
Steel
It's
Force.
so pissed off! I'm on Dazzle! You're mine! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Here I come! Be still! Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
An opponent like this... should be easy. No escape!
Rhythmic tear!
You're mine! It's over!
It's a duel of the arts.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Wind Astral Energy.
You're mine!
Anything in armor is all
Dazzle!
mine!
Take this! It's over! Hurricane Smash!
Sleep now.
Sword Rain Alpha!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Don't get complacent.
Out of our way.
You're finished! First strike!
Healing
Whirlwind Sword Rain Alpha!
Thank you. Hey, that... Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Here I come!
Now I'm in the
It's over!
This will come in handy.
Dazzle! Here I come! We've got flyers!
I guess you let
You're
me
mine!
now and again.
Told ya! Lies
All yours! My turn!
You're not like that all the time.
In here.
Sword Rain
Now.
Alpha! This could be useful.
Hi, Hoodle.
I'll smash you!
Dragon Form!
Searing flame.
Sword Rain
Not
Alpha!
on my watch. Do it. We're in the home stretch, guys.
What
You
she
picked
said?
the wrong
Is it
fight
on the prize? That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out?
It's armor too strong!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Shot!
Well
No,
done.
you can't.
I'm on.
Now,
Sword Rain Alpha! In an instant! Impact Rock!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Okay.
Seriously?
Well,
What the?
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
it's on!
You're mine!
I never miss.
Whirlwind snap! Talon
Sword Rain Alpha!
Gale force. Raging
You're
cascade. You're coming through.
Come on, I can carve through
We're in the
all!
home stretch, guys.
What she said? Eyes on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get
Could
singled
easily
out?
be fatal.
just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah,
I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies! Hoo!
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! It's over!
Coward Hurricane!
Be still! It's on! It's over!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint idea.
Nope, that isn't silly.
You're finished! Here I come!
Now I'm in the groove.
I'm only getting started.
I'm not done!
You made quick work of them.
Want me to pick up?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine! It's over! I'm on! Try harder! You're mine!
Glacial Spear!
Be still! No escape! Start up! Luna Rondo!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Take it! Huh?
Dragon Shell! I'll finish you here and now!
First strike! This one keeps charging up!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Tear! Start up!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
A fish!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Hup! Looks like I lost it. Yeah! Nothing's biting. Yeah! Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Could it be? Good fishers always keep their cool. Ha! I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Yeah! There we go. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Yeah! I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Yeah! All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
All right. Good fishers always keep their cool. I've got something. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
There we go. Good fishers always keep their cool. Yeah! There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
I've got something. I reeled us in a big one.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
I've got something. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us. Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just...
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
I do believe it's about time that I retire. Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Finally, some open space again.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Sword Rain Alpha! Take this!
Lightning! I'm not so good with airborne targets.
There you are! Flying freeze! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Right
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Dragon Crown! You're mine! You're finished! You're mine! You're finished!
Lightning of Raging Cascade!
Eat this!
Take
this!
Now!
Hurricane Slap!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my arcs!
When he slows down, that's our chance! It's over!
It's like trying to keep up with a war!
Now we're nothing.
Lightning Orb!
Take this!
I'm not done! Be still! You're
Prepare to be sealed!
I'm not done!
Prepare to be sealed, though.
Here I go!
Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
You're finished!
Take this!
Raging
I'm
Storm!
on it!
Swordland Alpha!
No further! Oh, now you're talking!
It's over!
Reload!
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
It's time! Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Here I come! You're finished! Lightning Thrust!
Do it!
Dohalim!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Now! You're mine!
In a bind? I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
sense a strange power from this.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Woods don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Get lost!
Strike! First strike! Try harder! My turn! Roman escape! It's over! Hurricane thrust!
Now you see what I can do!
I've got this! Let us mark this!
All yours! Explosive rocket!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me! Let them mark it!
No complaints here!
Burn!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
It's over! Fire! Soda! Luna Rondo! Take this! It's over! We can't lay a finger on it!
I prefer it that way.
What
about you?
Just watch and see.
Take this!
Now, healing circle!
What a... I'm sorry to be gone. Yes, ma'am.
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we've got this! Swordblade Alpha! Eat this!
My special.
Swordblade Alpha!
So much for sitting this fight out. Now you see what I can
Sounds like
do.
a job for you. Thanks, truly.
We're not done!
Now!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Citizen!
Now!
Seal!
Here I come!
Dragon Shout.
Luna Rondo!
Will this help?
Hurricane Thrust!
Healing
I'm on! Strike!
Oh, it's here.
Okay, here I go!
Why'd you kill me?
To stop the dying?
Right.
Take this!
Do it.
It's off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
They got me flanked.
You're mine! You're finished!
Dragon Shout.
Radiant Storm! Lunar Blood!
Explosive ring! First strike! Flaming thrust! It's on!
Now I'm
Tempest
Swordblade
Blood!
Alpha! Burn!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
My Astral Raging Cascade!
Take this! Do it!
Confiscated!
Xion.
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already on.
Here!
Healing
Soda!
Circle!
Luna Rondo!
Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
Now I can let loose!
Photon Blast!
Swordblade Alpha! Swordblade Alpha!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Here's evil! Tiny Supernova!
It's over!
I'm on it.
You're mine!
Evil
Take it
die.
off!
Radiant Storm! Lunar
Here I
Blast!
come! It's over!
Photon
Never
Blast!
one down.
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that, Xion.
And still as humble as ever.
I'm not done! This one's all mine!
Do it.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade. See that?
That training's paying off!
Do it!
Swordblade Alpha! In an instant! Blast it! Impact Claw!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Try this!
Talon Hurricane!
Here's a healing arc.
Explosive ring!
First aid.
Now I can let loose. It's over! Dazzle!
Hollow Dance!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm like bait for them.
Here I come!
Art expert coming through.
Take this!
Gemini Aqua.
Eagle the enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that.
It's over! Now! Soaring Light Sphere!
In here. More of the stockpile.
Take this!
We're thinning them out.
Wait, more like me.
I'll admit I'm impressed. Very slightly.
Hurricane Fly!
Mega ray.
Take this!
Do it!
More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alpin.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
I won't forgive you!
Dragon Form! I'm on it!
Armor won't save you.
Denied!
Damn it! I'm not feeling so great. Dragon Form! You're up! I'm not done! Sword Rain Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me have it.
Be
Where are
still!
you going?
You're mine! It's over! Tear! Hurricane Throw! Eat dirt!
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What do you say? Eyes on the prize.
Over?
That bonus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out?
No further! First strike!
Light reform! Now!
Not done yet!
Light astral energy!
Not done!
First aid!
Two back!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
There!
Here, let me help.
First aid!
I can handle it.
Photon Mega Ray!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Lightning Condense! Thunderbolt!
Eat this! Here I come! It's over!
Denied!
Dragon Form! Sword Rain
Here's a
Alpha!
healing arc!
All things will be now!
Dance in the wind! Lightning!
Sleep
Get
now.
down!
Take this!
Now you'll see what I can do.
It's over! Sword Rain
I'm
Alpha!
on it. Goodwill. Demon's Descent. Flashing Bang. I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when. We got some good equipment.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their... hands.
Get lost!
Dragon Form! Dragon Ring! Explosive Ring!
Here's evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Blaze Lancer!
I'm on it!
Raise
I'll run you! Here I come!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Explosive Ring! Eat dirt! Say no more! My turn!
Shattering flame! Pieces! Attack time! You're done! Do it!
Be still! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we've reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the
No choice! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
This one's all mine!
Mega Ray!
Explosive Ring!
Not on my watch!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here goes!
Try harder!
Power of
Now!
Take that! Mega Ray!
Take
Thunder
this!
Blade!
Storm! Tear! Stardust!
All finished! I can carve through armor!
Here I
There
go!
you go! We are freaking invincible!
Something in the others truly are strong. What about
Be
me?
still! Come and face me!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn! Here I come!
Watch
Luna
this!
Rongo! Hurricane Thrust!
Do it!
No! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know.
When did I get so popular? Now one more day.
You're finished!
No further. I'm on it.
Ignite!
Okay,
You're mine!
rip it, I'll finish you here and now.
Try this!
I'm on it.
Explosive
Roll
Ring!
with the watch it. I'll smash you.
We've turned the tables on us.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back. Luna Rondo!
Run well. Demons descend. Flashing bang. Easy.
Way to go!
Sword Rain Alpha! Be still! Take this!
Do it.
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
I'm surrounded!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Thank you.
Not on my watch!
Thank you.
That's freaking done! Power of water!
You're finished!
Like astral energy!
Was it?
When it is time!
Hurricane! In a bind?
This one's all mine!
Feel healing circle!
Try this!
Get on here with the others!
Explosive Ring!
Ready and ready!
Sword Rain Alpha! Try harder! My turn!
I'm just in the sky. Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I never miss!
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance! Luna Rondo! It's down! You're finished! Eat this!
Swallow dance!
You're
Rip
mine!
and tear!
Try this! It's time! Explosive Ring! No further!
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself
This'll make us even more formidable.
No choice! No escape! Dragon form!
I'm ready!
Smash you!
Lightning condemned!
Denied!
I'm on it!
Thunder blade!
Thrust!
Cover the castle!
Take this!
Mega ray!
Luna Rongo!
Gemini Ultra! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Here it comes!
The toughest to swallow.
Eagle
Here I come!
Lead that I never miss!
You're finished! Eat dirt!
The tide of battle has turned! That's the power of comrades in arms!
Right. Comrades in arms.
What?
Finished!
You sentimental?
Be still! It's over! Shut up!
Bullseye, Sion! Nice!
I'll take you all off!
Minor, you'll get hit!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Through these lands most verdant green.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist.
Prepare to be seen! You're finished!
Can't get out of this!
In here.
Flaming thrust! It's over!
Mega ray.
Dragon form! Explosive ring! Sword rain alpha!
Smash you! I'm on a roll
I'm
now!
not done!
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that.
Now. Astral energy. Full throttle. Go.
My turn! No escape!
This.
Bullseye, Sion! Nice! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Eat dirt!
Back into the
Do it! That's enough!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again!
Hey, what?
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Thank you.
I never miss! Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
They've got me surrounded.
Take this! Any more of this and I'll burn out! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Now we're never. Ready and ready!
Hurricane Thrust! Take this! It's over! Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging now!
Here I Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Here, let me help.
Now!
If it's in the
Here
sky,
I come!
it's mine.
It's over! Dragon Swarm!
I'm Here's a
Sword Rain
hero!
Alpha! You're mine! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
There's always room for improvement.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your part to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
What's that big tower over there?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
I may have exerted myself a little too much today.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow! Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Shall we get moving?